are some of the benefits of getting asylum status in the United States? This is a question that a lot of my clients face when they actually get asylum status, and today I wanted to do a quick video to talk about what are some of those very important things that you can do when you finally win your asylum case in the United States. Hi, my name is Maleeha Haq. I am an immigration attorney practicing in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I wanted to do a quick video to talk about what are some of the benefits that a person can have once they win their asylum case in the United States. So asylum filing can take very, very long time. It's a long process, it's a difficult process. But when somebody actually gets asylum status in the US, they are able to file for and get the refugee travel document. Now, this is a travel document that looks like a passport and allows an asylee to travel in and out of the United States without using their own country's passport. Okay, this is important because asylees are not supposed to use any benefits from their own country. That includes the benefit of being able to use their country's passport. So for asylees who want to travel outside of the United States, once they get their status, it's important that they apply for what's called a refugee travel document, which, like I said, it looks like a passport, and you can get visas in there from other countries where you want to travel. And that's a very big benefit for people who want to obviously travel outside the US once they get asylum. Now, it's of course very, very important that people who have asylum do not travel to the country where they got asylum from, even if they have family there, even if they really want to or wanted to risk it. It's definitely not a good idea because you will lose your asylum status if you do that. So obviously that is a big advantage of getting asylum status in the United States. Another advantage is that you can bring your children and your spouse to the United States once you have asylum status. You can file a petition for them. That petition is called Form I-730, and you can file that petition for your spouse who you were married to at the time you got asylum, and children who were 21 at the time you got asylum. So any spouse that you marry after you had received asylum status, you cannot petition for them as an asylee. Children who were under 21 at the time you filed asylum but have now become older than 21 are actually still eligible. You can, even if they're now 25 or 30, you can still petition for them if they were under 21 when you started the process. Now, the thing to remember though is that if that child gets married, now they're no longer eligible for your petition for them. So that's another advantage. So you have the travel document and you have the ability to petition for your spouse and children under 21. You also, lastly, of course, maybe one of the biggest advantages is that you can become a permanent resident of the United States. And once you're a permanent resident of the United States, you are on the path to becoming a citizen of the United States. So that's really, really a huge benefit of getting asylum status. And one thing to keep in mind is that an asylee who becomes a citizen eventually of the US should actually not complete that process. If they are married and have children who they want to bring to the United States and want to make sure that they are permanent residents. So if an asylee becomes a citizen before their children and their spouse become green card holders, their children and their spouse will not be able to get permanent residence or green cards if the asylee becomes a citizen before their family is able to finish that process. So there's a lot of different rules, there's a lot of different things to remember even after somebody gets asylum. It opens up the whole world to a person once they have asylum in the US. So if you have an asylum case pending in the US, or even if you have asylum now and you have questions about how to bring your family here, what do I do to file a green card, what do I do to become a citizen, obviously give us a call and we'll be happy to discuss that with you. Take care.